Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, welcome back. It's me Syifa Aulia Rahmah. I'm a student of 2D of Department English Education in UIN Syarif Hidayatullah Jakarta. And now I'm gonna review a novel. The title is Harriet Spy from Louis Fichu. Okay. So the first I'm gonna explain the characters of this novel. The first, there is Harriet as a main character. Okay, she is a little spy girl who wants to have an office when she grows up later. And the second is Oligoli. Oligoli is Harriet's nanny, and she is a person who make Harriet want to be a spy. And then next, there are Harriet's best friends. First is Simon Sport Rocky, a serious boy who wants to be CPA or a ball player. And the second is Jenny Gibbs, a girl who wants to be a scientist. The last is Harriet's enemy. There are Marian Hawthorne and Rahel Hennessy. And this story began in 1964 in New York City, Upper East Side. This story begins when Harriet has a nanny who always supports her to be a spy. Yes, be a spy. So Harriet always bring her little book, like notebook, wherever and whenever she goes, until her best friend Sport and Jenny confused with her habits. So sometimes Jenny and Sport really wants to see what Harriet write inside the book, but Harriet always tell them many times to not open or read her book. Until one day, Oligoli decided to leave Harriet because she was proposed by someone. And Oligoli thinks that Harriet is old enough to take care for herself, but not for Harriet. She is crushed her life because she lost her lovely nanny, and then after that the problem always come. Harriet lost her little book that which is always he bring wherever and whenever, just like that. She lost it in the school. Then she tries to spy the other children or the other student. Then she tried to looking for or find who the people that take her book. And after that she thinking what is the best purpose or what is the best punishment for the people who steal her book. At the same time, Sport and Jenny leave Harriet suddenly. Yes, they leave Harriet alone. But a few days later, something surprised Harriet. Yeah, she found that Sport and Jenny are the people who steal her book, and then they are tells the entire school about what Harriet's write in the book. But one thing that Harriet doesn't know is Sport and Jenny just were sent by Rahel and Marion, Harriet two mortal enemies. And because of this accident, Harriet doesn't want to do her homework and then skipping school for days at a time. Then Harriet's parents confiscate her notebook, which is only depressed Harriet more than before. So Harriet's mother bring Harriet to a psychiatrist who advises that Oligoli must send Harriet a letter which is in order that this letter must be supported Harriet from her depressions. Okay, and then Ollie Golly sent Harriet a letter. In letter, Ollie Golly said that if there's someone read your book or take your book, just do two things. You just have to choice. First, you forgive him or her, or second, you leave him or her. Just like this. So meanwhile, at the same time, but in another place, Sport and Jenny just feel tired being bossed by Marian and Rahel, and they decided to quit this job and feel bad about Harriet. And for get rid of Harriet depressions, Harriet parents talked to her teacher, and her teacher choose that Harriet become an editor of newspaper, and from this newspaper Harriet become a success. But when she has be a success person, she just forget the problem. Okay, she just forget the problem, and then she forgive her best friends to Sport and Jenny. So my opinion about this novel is actually this novel has interesting plot. Okay, this novel this is what can I say? How can I say this? Okay, this is the best plot that I have seen or that I have read. Okay, but there are many unfamiliar vocabulary, so I need a long time for understand it. And the second, I don't like the ending of this. Okay, I don't like the ending of this because it not match with the first plot. From the spy, then she become an editor, but I don't know. But it just like me. Oh my god, this is no match. Oh no, I just like this. And then for me, the best part in this novel is when Harriet become a success people. But she still forgive her best friend and her enemies. Oh my god, it is the best action, I think. And the worst thing, when her best friend stole her book, I don't like it. What a bad best friends. And if you tell me, will you recommend this novel, I will say yes and no. First, I will say yes. If you are people who love to play spy game or who wants to be a spy, yes, I would recommend this novel for you. It is very, very suitable for you. But if you a people, or if you a person who doesn't like to read a complex book with unfamiliar vocabulary, that you just must to have a long time to understand it, so I don't recommend this novel for you. Okay, maybe just this from me. I'm sorry for my mistakes, and then see you later. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.